Yo, what's good? Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you're at in the world. It's your boy Tyrus Bane, aka The Definition, aka Snap Turtle, aka Snap Turtle Gorilla. Welcome, you guys. Freedom fighters, freedom lovers, freedom marchers, freedom family. Today, oh man, it's gonna be a good one today, y'all. But I'm not gonna be on this live stream long. I just wanted to go through this real quick. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that Ryan Garcia went on a rant on Twitter Spaces yesterday, dropping all kind of M-bombs, right? Dropping all kind of M-bombs. And he even had others in his Twitter Spaces dropping M-bombs too. But not only did he drop N-bombs, he said he hate N-bombs, he hate Muslims, he wants to kill some N-words, right? He wants to dig up George Floyd, kill him so that they can bury him again. This guy went full tilt with the hatred, y'all. He went full tilt with the hatred. I can't say I'm surprised, though. I can't say I'm surprised. Shout out to Champside for, basically pushing Ryan Garcia out of the closet. Ryan Garcia did not like being challenged on his Twitter Spaces. And Champside came and did that shit twice on 2 different days. The first day, it was more in terms of the boxing and in terms of the performance-enhancing drugs. The following day, it was about black-on-black crime, right? Ryan Garcia started Twitter Spaces by the name of Anti and decided to bring one of his coonified minions up there to basically distract and deflect off of Ryan Garcia's performance-enhancing drug scandal to black-on-black crime, because this is what they like to do, y'all. They don't want to be held accountable, right? They don't want to be held accountable. Ryan Garcia did not want to be held accountable for cheating and attempting to murder Devin Haney, a black man. So what did he do? He did basically what Joe Biden did. Joe Biden, he didn't want to address the fact that immigrants are going around killing our children. He wanted to also bring United States citizens into the conversation by saying, well, the grandfathers and the uncles and the this and the that, they also kill children too. So what's the big deal, basically, right? Well, Ryan Garcia on the 3rd day, right? And now the 3rd day, Champside did not go up, but Ryan Garcia decided, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna come out the closet full tilt. And that he did. He did that. He did that, right? So he basically went on an N-word rant. Not only that, but he actually expressed hatred for the black community. He expressed hatred for the Muslim community, right? Talking about all the harm and things that he wanted done to black people, right? And so this is what we're dealing with. And why do you feel like Ryan Garcia had the balls to do all this shit? Well, a lot of it has to do with these content creators and the followers, right? The casuals and whatnot that cling to these content creators that ride for Ryan Garcia because they have so much hatred for Devin Haney that they think it's okay for Ryan Garcia to have cheated him. So what do? They come up with all these conspiracy theories as to why Ryan Garcia was set up, why Ryan Garcia does not have to accept responsibility. And so they double down, triple down, quadruple down, centuple down on that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? They have gone full bore into the Ryan Garcia protection mode, right? Even some boxers, namely Gervonta Stank Davis. Gervonta Stank Davis is no longer known as Tank to me. He's known as Stank because morally he stinks. And if you had the ability to see auras and to sense auras, in a 6th and 7th sense, you would understand that Gervonta stank. So do these content creators that constantly go to bat for Ryan Garcia. And I'm talking about Showbiz, The Man Child, South Sucker, even Fannon, right? Now, Fannon did try to come out and, express his disdain for what Ryan Garcia did, but I mean, I don't believe you. You need more people. Once you step out on the ledge and go as far as to accept this idea that Ryan Garcia can use performance enhancing drugs and get in the ring with Devin Haney and all that shit and possibly cause severe damage to him. I mean, how do I know the line is really at the racist antics? How do I know that? How do I trust somebody like a Fannon ever again? Because I had a lot of respect for Fannon, right? Matter of fact, I stumbled across Fannon's page about 3 years ago, right? And I had been following him for a year before we had a little disagreement about Devin Haney. And after that disagreement, he made me a moderator. And so at that time, his Devin Haney dislike was not as bad, right? It wasn't as bad as it is now. Now it's just ridiculous. But here's the funny thing to me. If you are going to if you are going to speak out against Ryan Garcia and his racist antics, but then decide to throw Devin Haney in there and say, well, Devin Haney this and Devin Haney that, like they did with, so Ryan Garcia popped dirty for PEDs. And instead of addressing that fact, right? Because guess what? Devin Haney did not pop dirty for PEDs. Devin Haney did not come in overweight. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia came in overweight. Ryan Garcia got popped for PEDs. Instead of addressing that, they want to somehow spin it onto Devin and say, oh, well, he came in over the 15%. And Fannon was one of the people that talked about that. And I'm like, bro, don't you're supposed to be a lawyer. You don't understand that this shit has not gone through legislation. Anyway, I can't, listen, y'all, is Ryan, this is y'all king? This is y'all king? In order to hate on Devin Haney, y'all rode the back and the coattails of Ryan Garcia. You clung to him. He was somebody that you guys felt was some type of arbiter of justice to Devin Haney for whatever reason. What did Devin Haney do for you guys to have so much hatred and disdain for him? South Sucker did not like Bill after Bill tried to, get on his channel and discuss Devin. For whatever reason, South Sucker didn't like that, and so he's a natural meth head anyway. Meaning that he probably doesn't take meth, but because his chemical imbalance and his brain is so fucking out of whack, he's perpetually on crack or coke. He's a wild one, right? Boxing Ego, from what I understand, you got mad because Bill didn't give you an interview, or he didn't bring you along with him at the Haney versus Regis Prograis fight. You got mad at him from that point, and I saw it. But guess what? A lot of people didn't see it in December and January. But I was talking about it. I was talking about how Boxing Ego flipped. And, people, they believed in Boxing Ego. They didn't want to believe it. And he finally had to just keep going with his bullshit in order for y'all to see it. So there you go. You got Boxing Ego. Fannon, he has his reasons for the Haney hate that I'm not privy to or aware of. And that's okay. That's okay. But nothing a man could do could make it okay with me for another man to use performance-enhancing drugs to fight against him, right? If I don't care what Bill would have done to me. Bill Haney, Devin Haney, I don't care. There's nothing that they could do that could make it okay with me for Ryan Garcia to pop dirt for PEDs and to come up with all these justifications and conspiracy theories, right? But man, y'all gotta hold that. Y'all rode with Ryan Garcia this long, but because y'all are black, except for South Sucker, you know what I'm saying? He's Ecuadorian or some shit. You know, fuck that guy. Everybody that I mentioned except for South Sucker. Oh, and this Szn Vic guy. Vic Szn Sports. That dude is a whole clown right there. That dude right there, man, he's a fucking buffoon. That guy is a fucking buffoon. I've never seen such buffoonery. He dropped a video talking about Ryan Garcia is racist, but so is Devin. And what was the reason he said Devin was racist? It's because Devin said he'll never let a white boy beat him. Okay? Never let a white boy beat him. And he was referencing Vasily Lomachenko. He was referencing Vasily Lomachenko, right? Because Vasily is white. And, you know, he said, I'll never let a white boy beat me. That's a bit of a reach in my mind. It's a bit of a reach compared to calling black people N-words, right? Calling black people niggers, saying fuck niggers, saying I want to kill niggers, saying I want to dig up George Floyd and kill him again, saying, oh, I'm a member of the Ku Klux Klan now. All these things that Ryan Garcia said, we're supposed to compare that to Devin Haney saying, I never let a white boy beat me. Did he say cracker? Or I'll never let a cracker never fucking beat me. Or I'll never let a donkey beat me. No, he didn't say that. He said white boy. Okay, well, George Kambosos called him a boy. George Kambosos' wife said some racist shit. But I don't hear Vic Szn talking about that with his old monkey. Let me stop. See, cats like Vic, cats like Southpaw that aren't black, you know what I'm saying, but they aren't white, they have to stand on their business. And their business was to continue the Devin Haney hate. So, when Ryan Garcia said some racist shit beyond just, oh, I'll never let a white boy beat me, right? Because, let's face it, Ryan Garcia said a lot of shit against black people and Muslims. So, the comparison is a false one. If you want to, in your mind, say, oh, saying I'll never let a white boy beat me is racist, okay, good, well, whatever. I'll never let a white boy beat me in a sanctioned fight where there are rules and regulations where the best man wins. Okay, I said that. All right, well, if you want to say it's racist, okay, fine. That you can hold that. I don't think it's racist, though. I think it's just something that he believes in his heart. But to say that, oh, I want to kill black people, fuck George Floyd, fuck niggas, fuck Muslims, you know, I want to join the Ku Klux Klan and I want to get an AK and start killing more George Floyds and all that type of shit. That's a little different than saying, I'll never let a white boy beat me. But no. Devin has to be thrown in there. Devin has to face some fucking, well, what about Devin? Devin did this, Devin did that. Devin came in overweight. Devin said he never let a white boy beat him. All this, that, and the third. Right? It's a clown show. It's a clown show. And if you got a problem with a black man saying, I'll never let a white boy beat me, then maybe you need to get the sand out your clip. Get the sand out your clip and show that black boy that, no, you can't beat me. Right? You can't beat me. If a white boy said, I'll never let a black boy beat me, all right, you got to show me, homie. You know what I'm saying? You got to show me. Would I think that's racist? Well, here's the thing. It might be a little racist, right? Because, you know, if you say I'll never let a white boy beat me, then that believes that, you know, black people inherently perform better than black people, than white people in certain sports, okay? You know, that's a sense of superiority that would lend itself to racism, right? By definition. Okay, well, if that's how you want it to be, okay. But is that racism tied to hatred? Is it comparable to saying you want to kill niggers, you fuck niggas, all this type of shit, and just attaching a violent connotation to it? Is it the same shit? No, it's not. No, it's not. Right? But again, Devin has to be inserted in this in a negative way somehow. They have to insert Devin Haney into this. Even though Ryan Garcia, what the fuck? Oh, you're a pig. You can do what you want. Got it. Even though Ryan Garcia did not mention Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia did not mention Devin Haney in his racist rant. He's talking about all niggers. He wants to kill, and he says fuck and this and that to all niggers. Right? In his mind, all black people are niggers. So let's not just. So what are we supposed to do? What? We're supposed to cancel Devin Haney on the same level as Ryan Garcia? Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess who investigated Devin Haney after he said, "I'll never let a white boy beat me"? Guess who got investigated? Guess what the WBC did? They investigated Devin Haney for saying, "I'll never let a white boy beat me." Oh, did y'all not know that? Did y'all not know that? Understand something. It's not comparable. Right? It's not comparable. But you cats that sat up here and rode for Ryan Garcia all this time, especially you black people. I'm not worried about what the white folks did. Y'all, whatever. Yeah, that's your boy. That's your boy. Or Hispanics. That's your boy. That's your boy. But you no good buffoons, right? A buffoon is a mix between a buffoon and a coon. So you buffoons that roll with, I think we came up here before, huh, son? I feel like we did. You buffoons that thought it was okay for Ryan Garcia to cheat, right? For those of you guys who ignored the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated and said, "Oh, well, Devin got his ass beat anyway," all this, that, and the third. Well, are y'all gonna continue to ride for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal with that? Right? What's the deal with that? Because you're sending a message to your people. You're sending a message to your people. You're saying, yo, we don't care. We don't care that this black man was cheated by this white. Let's face it. Ryan Garcia is not. He doesn't even speak Spanish, y'all. He doesn't even speak Spanish. Hope you had a great 4th with your loved ones. One's my black soldier. No, it's not a new whip, bro. Your arms looking crazy swole. You had to be. There, Mike. I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking anything. But food. Anyway, y'all are just, man, y'all get on my nerves, this shit, man. Y'all get on my nerves. So the WBC has decided to suspend or to ban Ryan Garcia from competing for their belts forever. But here's the thing. Ryan Garcia never gave a fuck about any belt. So what is that really doing? So you see, right now, Ryan Garcia is in I don't give a fuck mode. He don't give a fuck. He doesn't care about consequences. He don't care about any of that. He wants to do what he wants to do with no consequences, no recourse, none of that. He enjoys this negative attention because he thinks it's, I don't know, he probably gets off of it, gets off on it. But those of y'all, I would like to see how you guys feel about this, right? The boxing egos, from what I understand, they're trying to hold Ryan Garcia accountable, finally. But I just can't roll with it. I can't roll with it. You see, some people, you know, are a lot more forgiving than me. But when I see a pattern and I see that you're willing to place so much hatred on somebody that you would be okay with them cheating, with them getting cheated by their opponent using performance enhancing drugs. I mean, what it took for the guy to say the N-word for y'all to finally want to hold him accountable. But let me guess, even though Ryan Garcia said all that, oh, I still don't feel different from, I think some guy, EB or some shit, said that, oh, I still don't feel any differently about the fight, the night of the fight. Well, you don't? You don't think Ryan Garcia using performance enhancing drugs changes how you saw the outcome of that fight? I don't know if I can roll with that, but that's on y'all. Y'all want to roll with this narrative that Devin Haney would have got his ass beat no matter what? Listen, man, I can't. There's nothing I can do with that. How come Teofimo Lopez can say the N-word, but Ryan Garcia say it? Who says Teofimo Lopez can say it? People, I mean, the right people got on Teofimo for that. Like, the right people. It's always going to be the same coons that are going to let it slide. Right? But I address it. I don't think he hates black people. I think he wants to be black, and so, you know, he says the N-word. He says nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he wants to be black, and I do think there's a little level of racism there because he did say ESPN can keep all the black people, so he knows he's not black, but he's saying the N-word. So yeah, Teofimo Lopez might have a level of prejudice and racism about him, but I don't think it's at the level of a Ryan Garcia. As a Henry Garcia, I think his whole family, Ryan Garcia's family, are all racist. You know what I'm saying? He was probably raised that way because that's learned behavior, and it just came out. And you know, I believe that Ryan Garcia's parents are racist because they came out and defended his tomfoolery. They came out and defended his tomfoolery, and so I can't do nothing but place that jacket on you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta place the jacket on you. I mean, that is what it is. So the point is, man, that I don't know how these channels are gonna come back from this, because yeah, these motherfuckers ain't open, man. We're gonna have to come at another time. You know, you don't want to listen. These guys, man. Now, South Sucker, Vic Szn. I mean, those guys are like, I don't give a shit about them in the first place, right? But I had a lot of respect for Fannon, and you know, even so, this is my thing, man. Even when Fannon first found out that Ryan Garcia used performance enhancing drugs against Devin Haney, he came out and spoke out against Ryan Garcia. But then he started buying into all these conspiracy theories that Ryan Garcia was spewing. You know, like he didn't have any level of common sense or critical thinking skills. And I know that Fannon has critical thinking skills and has a level of common sense. He's intelligent. So that just lets me know that it was pure, what do I want to call that? It was pure, damn it, pure intellectual dishonesty. So rather than it just being stupidity, it's pure intellectual dishonesty. And I can say the same thing about Boxing Ego, because I feel like he knows better. Boxing Ego, all these cats, they know better, right? I mean, they made their name on being objective to a degree, but now it's all about how can we bring Haney down. And here's my biggest problem with Fannon, right? Here's my biggest problem with Fannon. That I, you know, even though I'm still a moderator of his, the last time me and Fannon had a discussion, he timed me out. He timed me out. I'm a moderator. He timed me out because we had a little disagreement that I was writing in the comment section. He timed me out. But I'm still a moderator of his. And, you know, here's the thing. When I found out, and shout out to BFTB Sports for bringing this to my attention in one of his live streams, Southpaw TV is a moderator of Fannon as well. And in the comment section, you know, South Sucker said our job, or something like, our job is to keep Devin Haney down. That's what he said. That's his mission. His mission is to keep Devin Haney down. That is a level of admitted hatred that is undeniable. And Fannon let that rock. So just by that mere, just merely by that, I just can't, man. So the next time I go to, I might have to unsubscribe from Fannon, and that be that. I'll unsubscribe from him, and then from that point, I'll no longer be a moderator. So I just can't. You know, I can't support people that have that level of hatred for a young man who has done nothing wrong. Like, from what I see, I mean, no one's perfect, right? But he has done nothing to justify this level of hatred, except for be an excellent boxer, right? Whose father has so much belief in him that it pisses people off. The belief his father has in him is really what pisses him off, pisses people off. The support that his father gives him. The fact that his father created this business of DHP and gave his son that business at the age of 16 so that his son can have a level of autonomy that no other boxer has ever enjoyed, right? Even Floyd Mayweather, right? To a degree. You know, at Devin Haney's age, to have that level of self-control of his career and that level of autonomy, you know that, you know, the big businesses in boxing don't appreciate that. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it. So my question is, you know, why do these YouTube channels hate that so much? And it just makes me wonder, what incentive are these channels getting to go at Devin Haney in that regard? Because I can see that as being a way, right? Oh, let's use these content creators, because everybody flocks to these content creators on YouTube. You know, it's all about new media. They have the most influence. You know, how can we ensure that Devin has the hardest time achieving greatness and success in boxing on his own without having to sign to a promoter? You know what I'm saying? Like, without needing a middleman. So I can see how they would kind of manipulate some of these channels, right? You know, offering maybe some interviews, credentials, whatever, to get that popping, right? You know, boxing is corrupt enough as it is, right? It's corrupt enough as it is without having to worry about YouTube creators going against somebody who's trying to have some level of independence and autonomy, so that he can move freely throughout the sport and fight who he wants to fight. Don't have to worry about signing to anybody because he's signed to his own promotional company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see that as being a reason, right? Oh, let's get these YouTubers involved. Look at all these subscribers they have. Let's get them let's bring them in on the hate train. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, really. But hey, man, you know, everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. Ryan Garcia's darkness has been brought to the light. So, it is what it is now. You know, he's suspended by the WBC. We'll see what other sanctioning bodies do, but, I mean, Ryan Garcia don't really give a shit, y'all. He's at the point in his life where he's like, fuck it, you know. The cat's out the fucking bag, man. And as you can see, he has no remorse. He's not going to apologize, as he said. And I wouldn't want him to, right? Because that's how you feel. Don't apologize for how you feel. Don't apologize for your hatred. You know what I'm saying? Because the hate is still there. While, you know, I'm not going to accept that. I don't expect an apology from somebody that hates black people like that expressed that hatred. And what? After he apologized, I'm supposed to expect that the hatred is gone? No. It's still there. It's still there. Ryan Garcia is still going to have that hate for black people. He's still going to, in his mind, every time you see him, and you're a person of color, you're a black person, understand that he hates you because you're a nigger. You know what I'm saying? And him apologizing is not, you can't change that, right? That's not something that can be changed just like that. And I don't really want him to. I like, go ahead, stay over there and hate niggers. Go ahead, stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I treat it. Once I understand what your mentality is, once I understand that you would want to dig up a dead black man, bring him back to life just so you can kill him again, like, all right, hold that, man. I don't want your apology. I don't want your redemption. I don't want your contrition. I don't want your rehabilitation. Stay over there with that. Dude is 25 years old, and as far as I see it, his mind's made up. And, you know, he has enough black coons on his side for him to feel safe about talking that shit. You know what I mean? He got his bodyguards that are claiming, oh, well, we ain't his yes men. You so worried about trying to express that you ain't a yes man, then just acting like you ain't a yes man. Somebody called y'all yes men. Oh, Ryan Garcia is surrounded by yes men on the Twitter space. Oh, they come out. Oh, we ain't no yes men. So you're in there with Ryan Garcia right now, and he's saying nigger this, nigger that, I'm a killer nigga and hate niggas and all this other shit. And you're in the room with him, and you don't say shit until somebody calls you a yes man. Who you fooling, man? Who do you think you fooling? You ain't fooling me. You're full of shite. So fuck it, man. Man, y'all be bugging, man. Y'all, I swear to God. But you know that, hey, at least we know where people stand. We know where people stand on this. We know who's justifying this and that. You know, we know who's making excuses. We know who's saying he's trolling. Oh, he's just trolling. Oh, he don't mean that. He's just trolling. He drunk and trolling. Man, fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. Because fuck all that trolling shit. When you have the actions, to back up the fact that you're a racist. Ryan Garcia's actions has showed that he's a racist, y'all. And so that's what it is. But whatever. Y'all roll with what you want to roll with. And I'm going to get off this live stream. But y'all make sure y'all have a good one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay up. Y'all go check out these channels, man, that are standing on truth and standing on business about this shit. Yeah, this is a great lesson. This is a great lesson, man. What is the lesson? The lesson is not to cling and put so much energy into these personalities, right? These public figures that that aren't perfect, that aren't human. Don't allow these people, whether they're good or bad, to influence and dictate how you see shit, right? Always question, always second guess, always push back when you feel like some shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So many times people want to let shit slide because, oh, well, he's so cool, you know, he only did this one thing. Well, depending on what that one thing is, it might be something that's hella detrimental. It might be something that is just a monicum of a greater problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn how to read people, man. You really gotta. That's what we really have to do as a people, as human beings, as black people, as whatever race you are. You know, because sometimes people can bring out the worst things in you. Because instead of questioning where these thoughts are coming from, why am I thinking like this? Is this right? You know, you'll have people out there, they'll act like they understand where you're coming from, and they'll feed into that negativity, and they'll foster it within you. And then you'll foster it within yourself. Next thing you know, you have let the hatred build so much in your heart that you no longer can see things morally, right? You'll be okay with things like, you know, cheating and, you know, racism. You'll be okay with, you know, statism, because you have been swindled into believing that you need government to keep you secure. You need government for the safety of society, for this, that, and the third. You know, these are things that you can be led down the road to. Just for an example. You know, so stop putting so much stock. And when I talk about stock, I'm talking about energy. Protect your energy. It's okay to support, you know, YouTubers and musicians and stars, and it's okay to give your support to them, but always make sure that you're not tying your energy to them in such a way to where you no longer can think rationally, where you are giving in to a level of hatred that you never thought you would. I mean, because people will always disappoint you. People will always disappoint you if you give in to them like that. You know, it's like, because these people aren't your parents. These people aren't your parents. The only individuals I feel like people should put so much of that energy into are parents or children into their parents. Because they truly do rely on them to keep them safe, to keep them secure, to keep them sheltered, and, you know, the roof over their head, like I said, food in their bellies, you know. But that's it, man. At some point, you got to grow the fuck up. You gotta grow up, stand on your nuts, and get the sand out your clit. Get the sand out your clit and truck through life, you know what I mean? But, I mean, look at all these people that just went so hard to ride with Ryan. So, and we're talking about black people. Black people went through so much, certain black people put so much energy into Ryan Garcia because of their hatred for Devin. Now they look like damn fools. They look like fools. Y'all look like fools, straight up. And you can justify it any way you want. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever, however you got to do it to justify it. You look like a damn fool. And guess what? Ryan Garcia knows y'all look like fools. That's why he feels like he can say whatever the fuck he want without any consequences. Oh, who gonna touch me? Ain't nobody gonna touch me, because why? Why does he feel like that? Because he feels like a bunch of coons are going to stand up and go to bat for him and protect him from any consequences. That's why. It's not because he feels like, oh, I'm bulletproof, or, you know, I can beat everybody's ass, and, oh, I can punch a bullet, you know, whatever the fuck people might want to do to him. He feels like, oh, I ain't got to worry about that, because I know some coons are going to come protect me. They're going to fly in with their coon cape, you know what I'm saying, and they're going to save my life. They're going to come in, they're going to come through and stand in front of a bullet for me. They're going to come through and fight this other black man for me. They're going to ride for me. They're going to ride for me. So I can say whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to apologize, because I don't have to suffer any consequences, because these Negroes over here are going to make sure that I don't suffer consequences. And that's the bottom line to it. That is the bottom line. But, you know, y'all going to roll with what you want to roll with. And we're going to see how this shit turns out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Go ahead and end this live stream, y'all. Much love. Like, share, subscribe, and we're going to keep marching forward.